Previous class we have seen non-correlated subqueries. So today we shall see correlated subquery. In non-correlated subquery, inner inner query is executed first and the output of the inner query is served as input to outer query. Whereas in correlated subquery, the execution process will be something like this. First, the outer query will be executed. Now, inner query will be executed and then outer query will execute once again. So this is the execution process in correlated subquery. A bit confusing. Okay, first the outer query gets executed. Then inner query follows and again outer query executed. So this is the process. And I would like to tell you the main difference between correlated and non-correlated is, so listen, here we have an outer query, right? Outer query. This is the case of non-correlated subquery. And you have an inner query. This is what you see in correlated, non-correlated subquery, right? Of course, you can have inner more again, few more inner queries, but this is the main syntax. So if this is the case, in non-correlated subquery, the inner query is independent. Okay, the inner query doesn't depend upon the outer query. This is completely independent query. But the outer query is dependent upon inner query. So if we see just yesterday's example itself, let me show you. So we have a query, right? Get the employee details who has maximum salary. So I have an inner query. Select max of ESAL. Max of ESAL from EMP. Okay. So this is my inner query. This is my inner query. Now I am writing the outer query. Select the employee details. Select asterisk from EMP where ESAL equals to this one. So here you can see this is an outer query and this is an inner query. This inner query is independent of the outer query. Okay, just if you just highlight this, I have highlighted only the inner query, and if I run this query, this would give me 35,000. Yeah, okay. So you can see only the highlighted area is executed, not the complete query. Only the highlighted area is executed. That is, the point is here, the inner query is independent of the outer query. But if you write the outer query, if you just execute the outer query, only outer query, it will not display you. As outer query requires the input from inner query. Okay. So this is what you call a non-correlated subqueries. Right? Non-correlated subquery where the inner query is independent of outer query, but outer query is dependent on inner query. But in case of correlated subqueries, okay, listen, I have written here, that doesn't mean it belongs to correlated. Okay, you heard me right. I was telling about non-correlated, but in case of correlated, outer query will be executed first and then inner query. So here inner query is independent, not independent, it is dependent upon the outer query. So inner query requires input from outer query. So once inner query is executed, again outer query will be executed. Okay, fine. So in which cases do we need to go for correlated subqueries? Suppose let me show you a table. Select star from DEPT, staff details. We have our staff details, right? The college staff details. So this is my table. So different staff members belonging to different IDs, different departments. Okay, so this is my staff table. Few employees do not belong to any department yet. Okay, and let me display the department details. Department details have the department names and their IDs and department and the block numbers. You can ignore this for now. So we have totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 departments. Okay, 10 departments, 909 and 999. So 10 departments and 10 departments name. Okay, IDs and names. So this is my query. Now my requirement is So what is the question here? When to go for correlated subqueries? Yesterday we have seen when to go for joins and when to go for subqueries, and in the subqueries we have non-correlated and correlated. Now the question is, we have seen the difference between correlated and non-correlated. Now the question is which query, I mean when to go for correlated subquery? When do we require the inner query to be executed next after the outer query? Okay, outer query has to be executed first and it will serve in the output of the outer query will serve input to the inner query, and again outer query is executed. So some cases like where you need to know the department details in which no employee is allotted. Okay, or get me the product details which has no orders yet. Okay, you have a product table and customer orders table. Assume you have a orders table here and product table here. So I want to know which product has got zero orders. We have several products, product 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. All the products have some orders on it, but I want to get the details of the product which have no orders yet. So let us delete that. ఓకే. ఇలా డిఫరెంట్ డిఫరెంట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఉంటాయి. మనకు అంత ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఎక్కువ తెలియవు. ప్రస్తుతానికి మనకున్న టేబుల్ మీద యూ హ్యావ్ ఆల్రెడీ సీన్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ డీటెయిల్స్ అండ్ స్టాఫ్ డీటెయిల్స్, రైట్? నౌ మై రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఈస్ get the department details, details which has no employees. Okay, this is my question. With department details with zero employees. This is my question. Now if you observe carefully, department details is this one, right? I have department ID and department name. I need to check whether this 101 has any employees in staff details or not. Where is the information of employees information? The staff information is in staff details table. So I need to check in the staff details table, and if this 101 is allotted to any staff, then you need not to display it. We have three departments, right? We know this table: electronics department, commerce department, and chemistry departments. In these three departments, no employees there, no staff is there. So you now we want these three as input. మనకి టేబుల్ ఐడియా ఉంది కదా, ఆల్రెడీ చాలాసార్లు చూసాం కదా. ఓన్లీ మ్యాథ్స్, ఫిజిక్స్, స్టాట్, బయో, కంప్యూటర్స్, ఇంగ్లీష్, మేనేజ్మెంట్ వాళ్ళే ఉన్నారు. ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్, కామర్స్ అండ్ కెమిస్ట్రీ ఎవరు ఇంకా పెట్టలా. సో ఐ నీడ్ these three as output. So for this, the approach is, let us go for correlated subquery. Okay, first let me get the details of department table. Okay, so let me draw this. చాలా జాగ్రత్త వినండి. Okay, suppose this is my department table. I have DID and DNAME. Okay, so ఒక కొన్ని వేద్దాం. Some 101, some 1, 2, 3, 4 అనుకుందాం డిపార్ట్మెంట్స్. Some CS, maths, chemistry, and some commerce. Okay, physics అనుకోండి. Fine, this is my table. Now I have several staff details here. So staff ID, staff name, and the department they belong to. Okay, this is our table, right? So let me have some staff details. Okay, some names, your names అనుకోండి. So now departments. Let us say someone belongs to CS departments, department 1, someone belongs to department 3, someone belongs to 4, and again 3, 1, 4, 3, 1. Okay, ఇలా ఉన్నాయి. So you can see no one belongs to department 2. So department 1 has some employees. Yes, department 2 has no employees. Department 3 has some employees allotted to it. Department 4 has some employees allotted to it. So my question is, get the department details. Get the department details. This is my question, right? Get the department details with zero employees. No employees? Get. So first the approach is, let me write the outer query. Select star from DEPT. DPT details. So select star from DPT details. That is, this would generate me this department details. Now we have two operators. We have two operators used with correlated subqueries. They are exists and non-exists. Okay, exists and not exists. These are the two operators we can use with correlated subquery. Okay, and how do they work means they return true or false. True or false. They just return true or false, nothing more. Let us see. So let me write the inner query now. Where exists inner query is select star from app details. App details. Okay, so let me show you what is happening actually. So here the outer query has generated these records. Select star from department details means these records are generated. Now these records are served as input to the inner query. Okay, so what is the inner query here? My approach is, I would like to check all the records. I would like to, I mean, first select this record. Okay, so the thing is, select this record. The outer query has generated me all these records, right? Now, among these records, from these records, select one record and compare with all the records generated by inner query. Okay, compare with all the records generated by inner query. If this record is existing, I mean, if this record means the particular value, if this ID is existing in any of these records, then return true. Then these details will be printed. The thing is, let me repeat, the outer query has generated all the records from department details table. So it will check for each record. So once yes, it will check for each record. We are going to give a condition in inner query. The condition is a join condition. So the drawback, one more drawback with correlated subqueries, we require a join condition. So what is the join condition? Get the staff details. Which staff details? That the staff who are belonging to any department. Okay, my inner query is get the staff details who belong to any department. Okay, I have several staff. New employee 1, new employee 2, new employee 3 అలా ఉన్నాయి కదా కొన్ని మనకు తెలుసు. They belong to no department. But I don't want their details. I want only the staff details who belong to any department. So let me write the query. Select star from staff details as an alias name where. Okay, let me give alias to this also. Where staff s dot did belong to d dot did. Okay, so this is my inner query. I should display d dot s. Let me not take the whole records or the whole records also, no worries. S dot this one. Okay, now just concentrate on the inner query now. This inner query will produce the records. A join condition, right, will produce the record of the employees who belong to any department. Listen, in department table, table, D is the department table, right? Department details D. In department table, we have several departments 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now I'm retrieving the staff records who belong to any of the department from the department table. That means you can say, sir, of course, any staff would be belonging to any of the department, right? Why do you need to give this condition? Because we have some employees who belong to no department. Their value is null. Okay, their value is null. So we do not want null values. So it is better to give this join condition. I want the staff details who belong to any department. Yes, now I'll get the staff details. Assume these are the staff details. These all are the staff details belonging to some department. I have some more staff who do not belong to any department. I am not going to retrieve those. I am retrieving only the details of the employees, the records of the employees who belong to any of the department from department table. Okay, now listen. Here also join condition means a common column is there. If there is no common column, it doesn't work because this DID is referring the DID in department details, right? So you would be getting only these department names only, no new department. Of course, there will be null values, but other than null values, all are belonging to this department DID values only. Okay, fine. So now what is going to happen means first this outer query will be executed. Listen carefully. This outer query will be executed. Outer query gave me these values. Okay. Now in these values, from these values, each record will be compared with the records generated from inner query. Inner query has given me these records, right? The right side records, employees who belong to any of the department, right? So now the point is, if the particular record, let me say, okay, so here I have this record. First, from the outer query records, one record will be chosen, and we are comparing whether this DID, okay, whether this DID existing in these records or not. Check whether this I is one is existing or not. Yes, it is existing. Therefore, this exist operator returns true. Okay, this exists operator returns true, and it will display the value. Okay, so one ఉంది కదా, one display అయిపోయింది. Next, let me check. Now second, again, so I told you ఇక్కడ ఎలా పనిచేస్తుందంటే ఫస్ట్ outer query will be executed. Okay, outer query, these records are retrieved. Next, inner query will be executed. These records are executed. Again, when this inner query returns true, when this inner query returns true, because exist operator is there, right? Exist operator, when that exist operator returns true, then this will be printed. Okay, that is why I'm saying outer will be executed again. So let me show you here. So first this outer query will be executed. Okay, outer query has brought all the d dot star, all the department details from the department table. ఇంకా స్పెసిఫిక్ గా కావాలంటే let us give only DID. We are comparing with only DID, right? So let us give specific DID. Okay, and here also I just want s dot select s dot star or anything, s dot DID. Okay, s dot DID from the staff details. Let us start పెట్టుకున్న no problem. Okay, so this query has brought me all the department IDs from the department table. Now for each ID, this inner query will be compared. అంటే now first this inner query will be executed. This inner query will be executed depending on this, because we are comparing here with this only, right? This inner query is being compared. చూసుకోండి, ఇక్కడ ఇక్కడ మీరు అనుకోవచ్చు కంపారిజన్ లేదు కదా, ఎందుకు 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 లేదు అంటే ఇక్కడ ఉన్నది కదా, ఉన్నది కంపారిజన్. వీఆర్ నాట్ రిట్రీవింగ్ ఆల్ ద రికార్డ్స్, వీఆర్ రిట్రీవింగ్ ద రికార్డ్స్ విచ్ మ్యాచెస్ దిస్ వన్ ఓన్లీ. సో ఇది ఎలా మ్యాచ్ అవుద్ది, ఇక్కడ చూసే మ్యాచ్ అవుద్ది. ఓకే, సో దిస్ రికార్డ్స్ విల్ బి ఇన్పుట్ టు దిస్ వన్. సో inner query will be executed and retrieves the staff records who belong to the DID from department. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఉన్నది కదా, ఒకవేళ ఇది మీరు లేదానికి తీస్తారు అనుకోండి, సపోజ్ జస్ట్ రిమూవ్ దిస్. Okay, remove this and try to run this. It will show me error because here inner query is not independent. What is DID అని అడుగుతుంది. So you need to have this. సో ఇప్పుడు మీకు అర్థమైంది కదా, ఈ కండిషన్ చెక్ చేయాలంటే ఇది ఉండాల్సిందే, అవుటర్ క్వెరీ ఉండాల్సిందే. So outer query will be executed first, and then inner query. Inner query is retrieving in the staff records who belong to any of the departments belong to this retrieved query. Okay. Now, if this DID, if this particular DID is available here, then the exist operator returns me true. When the exist operator returns true, then this record will be displayed. Okay, then this record will be displayed. Actually, this query is running for the existing departments. I mean, departments with employees. If you want departments with no employees, give not exist. This is our answer, right, for the question. DID. So details కావాలంటే స్టార్ ఇచ్చేయండి. What were the departments in which no employees there? Commerce, chemistry and electronics. So you got this. Okay. I hope you understood a bit. First, the outer query is getting executed. It will serve input to the inner query, and inner query retrieves some data. And if the outer query value, each value of the outer query, each value from the outer query is existing in this inner query, then only it will display that particular record. Okay, so here this returns true, right? Not exist. Not exist means this will return true. Therefore, these three are displayed because no employees from electronics, commerce, and chemistry department. అర్థమైందా కొంచెం? సో ఇందాకలా తిరిగి అర్థమైందా? ఓకే, సో వినండి. ఇందాకలా వాట్సాప్లో ఇద్దరు మాట్లాడుకున్నారు కదా, సో కోరిలేటెడ్ నాన్ కోరిలేటెడ్ మీకు చిన్న డౌట్ వచ్చింది. సో మెయిన్ డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ కోరిలేటెడ్ అండ్ నాన్ కోరిలేటెడ్ ఈస్, in correlated, inner query is not independent. Okay, we have seen in non correlated the inner query is independent. So to know whether it is correlated or non correlated, you need to check whether the inner query is independent or not. If the inner query is independent, it is non correlated. If the inner query is not independent, it depends upon the outer query, then it is correlated. Okay, so here in correlated, outer queries is dependent on inner query as well as inner query is dependent on outer query. But in not correlated, the inner query is independent, right? So this is the main difference. And also with correlated, you will have exist and not exist. Okay, sometimes you will be using an existing, exists and not exist operators also. So this is one of the hints. ఒక చిన్న హింట్ ఇది. ఎగ్జిస్ట్ నాట్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అంటే ఏంటది? ఓకే, ఇది కోరిలేటెడ్ అని. అలా అని ప్రతి కోరిలేటెడ్లో ఎగ్జిస్ట్ నాట్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ ఉండదని కాదు. ఓకే, డోంట్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ ఎవ్రీ కోరిలేటెడ్ సబ్ క్వెరీ విల్ హ్యావ్ exist and not exist. So now let us move to second example of correlated. Second example of correlated. ఇక్కడ మీకు చిన్న క్లారిటీ ఇస్తా. This operation can be done with non-correlated also. The example which I have taken now can be done with non-correlated also. Happily non-correlated తో చేయొచ్చు. But to show the execution process, I have done in this approach. Okay, end of the class I'll show you how to do this operation in non-correlated also. Okay, so now for now let's move to another example. That is, let me show you. We have a table, right? Select star from UST. I have a customer table. Okay, I have a customer table. The primary key is CPH. The customer phone number, the name and address. Phone number is a primary key. So I have totally how many customers? 4 customers. 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, let's move to orders query. ఇది జాగ్రత్తగానండి, నిన్న చెప్పలేదు ఇది. రిపీటెడ్ క్లాస్ విన్న వాళ్ళు నిన్న అయిపోయింది అనుకోద్ది. ఇది ఒక న్యూ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ without exist operator. So I have orders table also. So now here in orders table, order ID is there, some order ID and the total of the order ID and the customer who has given the order. అంటే some bill అనుకోండి, అంటే ఎవరు ఈ బిల్ చేసింది, ఎవరు కొన్నారు ఇవి అని. You can ignore this BID. Okay, ప్రస్తుతానికి BID ignore చేయండి. So just watch only these 3 columns. Fine. So here my requirement is, actually first just remember the thing is I have customer table and orders table. Okay, in customer tables I have customer details, customer phone number, his name and address. There customer phone number is a primary key. And now in orders table I have order ID, where order ID is here, order ID is primary key, and order total, that is the bill amount, and customer CUST. Here CUST is the foreign key. This CUST belonging to the customer table. Okay, referring the customer table, because the available customers will only write, they will only give orders. I mean, మీరు ఎక్కడైనా supermarket కి వెళ్తే they will take your phone number. Okay na? So అలా అనుకోండి data. So this is foreign key of this table, referencing primary key of customer table. Okay, so here my question is, get the total. First of all, let me show you, I mean let me tell you, Yesterday we have seen an example based on these tables with non-correlated query. What was that? I wanted to display the employees with no orders, the employees with zero orders. We have seen that in non-correlated subquery in yesterday's class, right? So here the same tables are used with correlated subquery, but not to get some employee details or someone. I just want to know the sum of total bill made by each customer. Okay, get the sum. The question is get the sum. Sum means total, right? Get the sum of bills or orders. Get the sum of orders. And suppose in a year you have visited the supermarket or visited the shopping mall many times. So after the, I mean, at the end of the year, they want to see which customers have ordered more. Okay, what is the total amount by each customer? We have several customers, right? Some 1 lakh customers are there. I just want to know the total amount made by this customer. I would like to give some gift. Ala anukonkoni. I would like to give some gift to the top 10 customers. అంటే ఎవరు ఎక్కువ ఆర్డర్ చేశారో those who made big amount. Okay, so here in ఇక్కడ ఏంటిది, so if you see in the orders table, I have a customer. Yeah, 555 customer made 2 orders. Okay, 4500 and 1500, and the remaining customers have made 1 order. So assume you have several customers who made different order, I mean many orders throughout the year. So now my question is get the sum of orders made by each customer, by each customer. So get the customer details from the customer list. Okay, get the details from customer list. Now check the total amount, the total orders by this particular customer. So where is the customer details? In which table we have the customer details? In customer table, right? And the total amount is in orders detail. Okay. So fine. So here, let me write. The question is clear, right? Let me write a query. This query is going to be different what you learned yesterday. No exist operator would be coming. But the working is like this. Outer, inner, outer. So let me show you. Select CNAME. Let me get the CNAME. Okay, CID, comma CNAME. Fine. And let me write the inner query. Yes. ఇలా రాసుకోవచ్చు చూడండి జాగ్రత్తగా. Select sum. What I want from inner query will display me the sum of orders. And these orders are related to the customer names. So select sum of O total kada, this column. From which table? Orders table. We need to give a condition. Okay, which condition? I want to know the details of these customers only. Okay, this is my outer query. This is my outer query. This query will generate me these results. Okay, నిమిషం diagram వేస్తా. I mean diagram means let me take the data into Excel sheet. And జాగ్రత్తగా కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవద్దు, జస్ట్ వర్కింగ్ చూడండి అంతే. సో 222 భాను, 111 కావ్య. ఓకే, 222 భాను, 111 కావ్య. నెక్స్ట్ 333 కృతి, 555 ప్రియా. Okay, now in orders table I have order ID, తర్వాత total of the order, తర్వాత the customer name, right? CID. ఇక్కడ సి ఫోన్ నెంబర్ కదా మంది, తర్వాత సి నేమ్, కస్టమర్ నేమ్. ఇలా ఉంది మన టేబుల్. ఇవన్నీ డేటా లేవు. సో ఆ టేబుల్ చూద్దాం ఇప్పుడు. మీకు అది చూపిస్తే ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ ప్రాసెస్ అర్థమవుతుంది. ఆర్డర్స్. సో 12 ఐడి 12 అది మనకు అంత ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాదు. ఫస్ట్ 3000 వేద్దాం. ఐడి లైట్ తీసుకోండి. 3456515. Okay. From which customers? 3515. The మన data. Okay. So outer query, the outer query select CID CNAME. This outer query is retrieving me these values. Okay. Fine. This outer query is retrieving me these values because I want to get the sum of the orders of these customers only, not customers who are not from my table. I want to get the total sum of all my customers. All my customers means I need to get the data from customer table only, right? Yes, customer table only. So this should be my outer query. Okay, now inner query is select the order total from the orders. Ella, based on these values, I mean for the customer, first these customers for whom you want to find the sum of the total means for these customers. Okay, so ikkada cust dot cph equals to, I'm using a join query. I told you for correlated subqueries you require a join operation, so join operation is compulsory. So orders dot cust, these are the common columns, right? Cph from customer table and cust from orders table, the common columns. Okay, so this is my inner query. Okay, na? So let me finish the outer query from cust. ఇలా ఉందండి, ఇది కొంచెం కొత్తగా ఉంది మీకు, బట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ ఎలా ఉందో చూడండి చాలు. So what's going to happen means outer query is executed. Okay, outer query is executed. If you just select this one, let me highlight this and run this, only the inner query, no, it will not work, it will show me error. Okay, ఎందుకంటే inner query is not independent, so you can say this is perfectly a correlated subquery. Yes, when the inner query is not independent, it is when it is dependent on the outer query, then this is perfectly a correlated subquery. Here I did not use any exist or not exist operator, still this is a correlated subquery. Okay, so point ఏంటంటే in correlated subquery you will use exist and not exist. That doesn't mean in all correlated subquery you use exist and not exist. So how do you difference between correlated and non-correlated is the order of execution only. ఓకేనా, ద ఆర్డర్ ఆఫ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ ఓన్లీ. సో ఇందాక మీరు వాట్సాప్లో డౌట్ రెడ్యూస్ చేసి మాట్లాడుకున్నారు కదా మీరు, అప్పుడు నాకు అర్థమైంది మీకు అర్థం కాలేదు ఈ పాయింట్ అని. ద డిఫరెన్స్ ఈస్ ద బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద ఆర్డర్ ఆఫ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్. సో యూ కెన్ సీ హియర్ నౌ the inner query is not independent, it is dependent upon the outer query because this cph has to be compared with the cph of this. Okay, cid called cph. Okay, this the condition inner query condition cph has to be retrieved from the cph retrieved by the outer query. అర్థమవుతుందా? The inner queries condition, the inner query condition has some column cph of some table. This cph belonging to the cph retrieved by the outer query. So this outer query has retrieved me the cph and cnames, right? These values, these records are retrieved. Now from these records I am checking the orders, I mean the orders column of these customers. So check whether orders dot customers belonging to this CPH. What is the CPH to triple two? Do we have any triple two? No. So when there is no triple two, the sum would be null. Null, right? Because the triple two customer do not have any order throughout the year. So the sum of triple two customer will be null. And next, what is the next record from outer query? Triple one. So now compare this triple one here, triple one from orders customer table. Yes, do we have orders customer table triple one on the? Yes, triple one on the. Now take all the triple one records and perform the sum operation. 65 on the. Okay, so display the 65 as total of 6 triple one customer. Next, what is the record retrieved by CPH? It is triple three. Triple three unda indilone. Yes, we are checking the condition, right? Check that triple three in orders list. If it is matching only, then only get the sum of the order table. అర్థమవుతుందా? మ్యాచ్ అయితేనే. So yes, triple one, triple three ఉంది, that is 3000. Next, what is the next one? Triple five. Yes, check if triple five is available in orders customer or not. The triple five retrieved by the outer query is being checked by the inner query column. Yes, if it is available, then get the sum of the particular record. And what is the triple five order? The triple five records, two records, 4 5 1 5. So ఈ sum వస్తుంది అంతే, no more records. So here the inner query is dependent upon the outer query. Okay, so run it. Adding missing right parenthesis. Select cname, select sum of total. Okay, here I should have one more closing bracket, right? Because I have two opening brackets here. Okay.
సార్ వేరే అక్కడ
Ulada.
ఫ్రమ్
Okay,
ఆర్డర్.
from orders. Yeah, yeah. Where? Sorry. Run it. Name ledanta. C name, right? The column name, C name. That's it. So you can see triple two. The customer Bhanu has no order, so 0. Triple one Kavya 6 5. Triple three Kriti 3. Triple five Priya 6,000. This triple five has two orders, 4 5 plus 1 5 6,000. Okay, so ఇది ఎలియాస్ నేమ్ ఇద్దాం, ఇది కంప్లీట్లీ వస్తుంది. గివ్ దిస్ ఎలియాస్ నేమ్. చూడు ఇక్కడ ఇది ఫస్ట్ కాలమ్ ఇన్ ద అవుట్పుట్, దిస్ ఇస్ ఫస్ట్ కాలమ్, this is second column, and this whole inner query is third column. So give this an alias name total. Okay, so listen, ఇక్కడ exist లేదు, not exist లేదు. If you have problem with this query, you ignore it. అంత tough గా వెళ్ళక్కర్లా. But here my point is I just want to show you the difference between co and non-co. What is the hint to differentiate between them? The hint is inner query is not dependent upon outer query, means it's a non-co. If inner query is dependent upon outer query, then it is a correlated subquery. అర్థమైందా మెయిన్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఎవ్రీవన్? ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ అండి ఫాస్ట్గా. సో ఇక్కడ listen, whenever you want to try whether inner query is independent or not, you just highlight it. Okay, just highlight the part of the query and run it. Only that highlighted part will be executed. So during the non-correlated operations, if you want to see the output of inner query, you just highlight that part and run it. Okay, fine. So ఇందాకలా ఒక చూపిస్తాను కదా, the first example of non-correlated subquery, what was that? Get the department details with no employees. What was the question? Get department details with no employees, right? This was my question. So we have followed the correlated approach. To show you the order of execution, I have taken this example with correlated operation, but this can be done with non-correlated query also. Can anyone tell? So we have a query, right? So we have the table select star from staff details. This is my table. So I have several staffs. So each staff belonging to some DID, and whichever staff doesn't belong to any department, they have null values in it. Now I have department details also. Okay, two tables, staff details and department details. In department details, I have several departments, and we know, as per our data, we know electronics department and commerce department and chemistry department do not have any employees. So to get the details of the department in which no employee is there, we followed correlated approach previously. Now I want you to solve this using non-correlated approach. Simply non-correlated అయిపోద్ది. ఓకే, ఎలా ఎవరైనా చెప్తారా? చెప్పనా?
So select department from EMP.
Staff, DID. You wanna get the DID from?
DID from
staff details.
Okay.
Where
department not in, where DID not in,
where DID
not in, subquery. Select DID From
From
staff
staff or department?
department.
Department kada. We wanna know the department details. ఇక్కడ staff details. అంతేనా?
Yes, sir.
Let's run. We'll get no data found. Okay, if you give in instead of not in, if you give in, you will get the department details. Okay, let me give department name. మనకు తెలుసు కదా, we know other than electronics, chemistry and commerce, all the departments have employees. The computers, maths, not electronics, the bio, physics, all the departments other than commerce, electronics and chemistry, all the departments have employees in it. So if I just change this to in, that means get the department names who have employees in this. So this query would result me the department names who have employees in this. Okay, so you can see here it did not get the commerce, electronics and chemistry names because they do not have employees in it. But if I give not in, it is showing me no data. Why? The thing is, so let's check with the inner query. Okay, whether inner query is retrieving me all the records or not. Yes, it is retrieving me. So here you can see, first let me show you the DID of the department, IDs of department table. So ఇది run చేద్దాం. So you can see what are the names of electronics, chemistry and commerce. What are the ID of electronics, chemistry, commerce? 888, sorry, 808909999. ఇది గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. 808 అంటే 8 and 9తో ఉన్నవన్నీ లేవు. సో 7654321 ఉన్నవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి. So just observe here, if I'm running the inner query is producing me all the records, all IDs from 1 to 7. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in here 7. Yes, and no other records. So when it is in, it is giving me the department names, all the departments name with employees in it. So when I give not in, it should display me the records, right? I mean the department's names, the chemistry, commerce and electronics, because they do not have employees, but it is showing me not in. Why? చెప్పండి ఇక్కడ అబ్జర్వ్ చేసి. Anyhow, this inner query is not producing 808, 909 and 999. No DID 808, 909 and 999. But therefore, this not in has to produce me the names of commerce, chemistry and electronics, right? But it is showing me, sorry, it is showing me no data. ఇక్కడ debug చేయండి, ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటి?
డీనేమ్ ఇస్తే అవుతుందేమో సార్.
No, the problem is you just watch the inner query carefully. You have null values. Okay na? Null values ఉన్నాయి. So ikkada when this inner query is producing me null values on also. So when I say not in means it cannot apply on null values. So you should filter it first, where this DID is not null. ఏనా? అఫ్ కోర్స్ ఇది పర్ఫెక్ట్లీ నాన్ కో, బట్ ఇది ఇలాంటి నల్ వాల్యూస్తో ప్రాబ్లమ్ వస్తున్నప్పుడు నేను చెప్తున్నా. సో నౌ దిస్ విల్ ప్రొడ్యూస్ మీ, జస్ట్ చెక్ దిస్ ఇన్నర్ క్వెరీ, దిస్ విల్ ప్రొడ్యూస్ మీ ఓన్లీ the IDs, no null values. Okay, no null values, no 808, no 909, no 999. Now when you give not in, this will give me the result. There you go. Advainda? So what was the problem? The inner query, when this was not given, the inner query is giving me null values. So this was retrieving null values also. So you cannot apply not in with null values. That is why it was producing no data. So when you filter the null values, then it is producing this result. Also, I mean, you can give the condition. Why filtering? You can give this condition also. So let me give alias names from dptd d and staff.s. So now just filter the department names. Okay, get the department IDs for which any staff belong to. That is, get all the department IDs. Listen the inner query carefully. Get all the department IDs where s dot did for each s dot each staff belong to any of the department. So ఇది కూడా filtering లాగే. You are just filtering the records. Okay, రన్ చేద్దాం మళ్ళీ. సేమ్ అవుట్పుట్. ఓకేనా, ఇన్ పెట్టండి, సేమ్ అవుట్పుట్. అంటే అర్థం ఏంటి, కరెక్ట్గా మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి, వీడియో మళ్ళీ చూడండి. సో నల్ వాల్యూస్ వస్తే నాట్ ఇన్ పనిచేయట్లా, ఇన్ పనిచేస్తుంది. ఎందుకంటే ఇన్లో నల్ వాల్యూస్ మనకి వచ్చాయా, రాలేదు. ఇన్లో ఎప్పుడు వస్తాయి, ఇన్లో వాల్యూస్ ఉన్నవే వచ్చాయి, నాట్ ఇన్ ఏమి వచ్చాయి. సో మీరు కరెక్ట్గా మళ్ళీ చూడండి, మీకు అర్థం అవుతుంది. ఇది జాయిన్ ఆపరేషన్ లాగా. జాయిన్ ఆపరేషన్ ఫిల్టర్ చేసినా సరిపోద్ది. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈజ్ పర్ఫెక్ట్లీ విచ్ type of subquery? Correlated, non-correlated subquery. Non-correlated subquery because the inner query. సో ఇక్కడ ఇలా పెడితే ఇన్నర్ క్వెరీ వచ్చింది, జాయిన్ ఆపరేషన్ తీస్తే ఇది ప్రాబ్లం. ఇలా పెట్టారనుకో మీకు ఏమైంది, అది నాన్ కోరిలేటెడ్ అయిపోతుంది. ఇప్పుడు చూసుకోండి మళ్ళీ, గుడ్ అబ్జర్వేషన్ ఇక్కడ, అర్థమైందా? వి గాట్ ఎ గుడ్ అబ్జర్వేషన్ హియర్. వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్? ఇఫ్ యూ పర్ఫార్మ్ జాయిన్ ఆపరేషన్, దిస్ విల్ బికమ్ నాన్ కోరిలేటెడ్ subquery because this inner query is dependent upon the outer query values. So instead of join operation, if you perform filter where s dot did, where the d dot did, the s dot did kada, yes, s dot did is not null, is not null, then this is perfectly a non-correlated subquery now, because this inner query is now independent. Yes, independent. అర్థమైందా? సో మీరు అంటే ఇక్కడ క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే, for the query get the department details with no employees. For that question you can perform either co or non-co. If it is co, this is the, if it is non-co, this is the process, the inner query is independent. If it is co, the inner query is dependent because there was a join operation. అర్థమైందా? Okay, fine. So time 7 minutes ఉంది. I just want to explain the nth highest salary. ఎంత హైయెస్ట్ శాలరీ క్వశ్చన్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసి ఆపేస్తా, వినండి, కొంచెం 5 minutes లేట్ అయినా కూడా. సో we just want to know the nth highest salary of a table. So we have employee table, right? Select ESAL from EMP. So this is on it. So these are my salaries from employee department. I just want to know the nth highest salary. Yesterday we have seen how to get the details of the employee with highest salary. That was on the whole table. That's a simple non-query single row operation, single row subquery. But here the question is nth highest salary. If you want to know, you want to find the nth highest means, suppose just say second highest salary. Okay, first highest చూద్దాం. First highest salary అయితే, let's do this with non-correlated subquery. What is the non-correlated subquery? First write the inner query. Select asterisk. What is that? Select max of ESAL from EMP. Okay, so this would give me the highest salary. Okay, 35,000, right? The highest salary. Now let me write the outer query. Select star the employee details from EMP where the ESAL equals to the salary retrieved by the inner query. Inner query must be enclosed within parentheses, right? So now select this part, run it, you got the answer. Okay, what if I want to find the second highest salary? Okay, so this is which approach? Non-correlated approach, non-correlated subquery approach. If I want to find the second highest salary, you know, this part has brought me highest salary. Now let me write this part again, copy, paste. So now thing is, this will also generate 35,000 only. This will also generate 35,000 only. But which query will execute first? The innermost query will be executed first, right? innermost query, that is this one will be executed. So this will generate me 35,000. Now I want to generate the maximum salary again, but which is less than the already generated maximum salary. Okay, so this is my second inner query. This is the innermost query. Okay, innermost query. So this query will generate 35,000. Now I'm applying the same query, maximum salary, but this should be less than the already generated 35,000. So that is why I'm giving less than symbol. Okay, so I guess I should give parenthesis here. Okay, let me run this. Missing right parenthesis. So select పంచేద్దాం. అరే mistake here. Select star from EMP cell. Okay, the first inner query is this one. This is inner query to this part, and now I guess ఇక్కడ పెడదాం పెట్టి. Now this is inner query to this part is inner query to the second query. Run check. Something is wrong.
Sir.
Yeah.
Where
Sir, second highest.
where condition ఇవ్వలేదు సార్, వేర్ ఈస్ ఆర్ లెస్ దెన్.
Yeah, perfect. So where ఉండాలి కదా, select maximum salary from employee where the ESAL is less than this already generated highest salary. Okay, so this would give me 35,000, and this second query should generate me a maximum sal. Okay, listen, ఇక్కడ ఈ highlight చేసిన part, this will generate me 35, but where condition, where this highest salary must be less than already generated highest salary, ఈ part. ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుద్ది, somewhere ఒక్క నిమిషం. సో సెలెక్ట్ ఇది ఈ పార్ట్ ఒకసారి పంచేద్దాం, ఇలా రాద్దాం అని క్లారిటీ వస్తుంది. ఇలా ఉంది. సో రిమూవ్ ఆల్ దిస్. సో దిస్ లెట్ us టేక్ దిస్ యాజ్ outer query. Okay, select maximum salary from EMP where the salary is less than this salary. Okay, so ఇది extra, so less than the inner query. Okay, ఇప్పుడు perfect ఉంది. So this is my inner query. So I am getting 35,000. Now the outer query is select the maximum salary, but it should be less than the answer retrieved by the inner query. Okay, so ఇది highlight చేసి run చేయండి. You would get 33,000. Yes, this is the second highest salary. Okay, so we got the second highest salary, but what we want the details of the employees, okay, who has the second highest salary. Previously we were getting the details of the employees of the highest salary. Now this query, the query inside a query, right, this is giving me the second highest query, because second highest salary, because I have given less than or not equals to అయినా కూడా అవుద్ది. But this is not my complete operation. I want to know the details. Details means now this add outer query. Okay, the full query put select star from EMP where ESAL is less than, gives this whole thing in brackets. You know, now select run. You got it. 33,000, 2 employees, Prasanna, Revati. Ila. Adana. So if you want to know the third highest salary, include one more inner query. So in this way, the inner queries will be keep on adding. So this is a good approach or bad approach? This is not recommended. To find the nth highest salary, the non-correlated approach is not recommended. Okay, na non-correlated approach is not recommended. Why? Because the query is getting lengthy. The inner queries are keep on adding, right? But suppose if you want to find the 100th salary, 100th highest salary, you need to write 101 inner queries, 101 total queries. Okay, 100 inner queries and 1 outer query, total 101 queries. So this is not recommended. So that's why we shall go for which one? Correlated approach. And in correlated approach, let me write the query first. We have something like n-1 approach. Something ఏదో ఉంది, నాకు తెలియదు, జస్ట్ చూసా, నేర్చుకున్నా, మీకు చెప్తున్నా. ఓకే, అది మనం చూసే కొద్ది తర్వాత అర్థమైపోతుంది. ఫస్ట్ క్వెరీ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ చూసుకోండి ఎలా అవుతుందని. సో లెట్ మీ సెలెక్ట్ what you call first let me write the inner query. Select count of ESAL. Then a approach follow దీనికి we followed the approach with two tables. That means the same table is given twice, just like self join. Okay, so ఇక్కడ suppose these are the customer IDs and customer salaries. నిన్న చెప్తున్నా మళ్ళీ వినండి జాగ్రత్తగా. So suppose you have 1 2 3 4, okay, some customer IDs and their salaries. Some 50 అనుకుందాం, 40, 60, 30. These are the salaries. Now I am taking the same data here. Okay, I am taking the same data here, that is EID and salary. Customer కాదు, employee కదా. Yeah. So employee ID and their salaries. So for this approach, you need to follow the self join approach. And the same table, it is comparing with the same table only. Okay, single table, but it is pretending as two tables. So let us say this is E1, this is E2, right? So the thing is, the query is select the count of e-salary from EMP2, EMP-E2, where the salary set ఏంటి E2 dot ESAL is greater than E1 dot ESAL. Okay. So ఇప్పుడు ఇది రాద్దాం. Select E dot E1 dot star from EMP E1, outer query EMP E1, where 0 equals to, ఇదే చెప్పాను n-1 approach. If you want to find the first salary, first highest salary, that is 1. 1 minus 1, 0. We shall see what this 0 indicates. When you know the query execution process, you will understand. Okay, okay, 5 minutes one time. So let us first run this query, the inner query. Run cheyandi. Any output? No. That means this inner query is dependent upon outer query. So therefore, this is correlated subquery. Okay, fine. So let us include this in parenthesis. Now the thing is, it is considering the same table twice, E1 and E2. Now what is the inner query is doing? First, the outer query has retrieved me all these records. Outer query has retrieved me all these records. Okay. Now the inner query is comparing E2 dot salary set with E1 dot salary. Okay. Where did we get this E1 dot salary? This E1 dot salary is retrieved from the outer query. Okay. So I told you during the exist and not exist operators itself, for each record of the outer query, the inner query is comparing all the records. Okay, good petkondi. For each record of the outer query, inner query is comparing all the records. So this E1 dot salary is retrieved by the outer query. Okay, so E1 dot salary is retrieved by the outer query. So now choose this record. Okay, choose this record. Now compare the salaries of E2 with E1. Okay, greater or kada? If they are greater, count it. Give the count of the salaries. And tells kada, you wanna find the count on this ESAL if they are satisfying this condition. Okay, you wanna find how many salaries are greater than this E1 sal. Jarthavanande, you wanna find the count. That means how many salaries, how many, manaki ante kada. If you want to know the count of employees who belong to testing department, you would give count of EID, where E dot EID equals to some E dot department equals to testing అని ఇస్తారు. If you want to find the count of employees who belong to CS department, so ఇక్కడ CS అని ఇస్తారు, who belong to some Hyderabad location ఇస్తారు. You know how the where and count works, right? So the same thing is applied here. I want to find the count on this column if they are satisfying this condition. So E2 dot salary e column may the count find cheyandi. Okay, find the count on E2 dot salary which satisfy this condition. This condition means this is a record retrieved from the outer query. Okay, this highlighted part is a record retrieved by the outer query. So that is what we are doing it here. Assume this is the record retrieved by the outer query. Okay, so now we need to compare this column with this records. So how many salaries are greater than this పర్టికులర్ రికార్డ్ దిస్ శాలరీ E1 డాట్ శాలరీ అన్నాడు ఇక్కడ ఏంటి E1 డాట్ శాలరీ. సో యూ నీడ్ టు కంపేర్ దీస్ కాలమ్ E2 డాట్ శాలరీ విత్ E1 డాట్ శాలరీ. ఓకే, సో కంపేర్ this salary with this salary. ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి కౌంట్ ఎంత హౌ మెనీ సాలరీస్ ఆర్ సాటిస్ఫైయింగ్ ద గ్రేటర్ దెన్ కండిషన్ 50 is not greater than 50, 40 is not greater than 60 is not greater than 30 is, yes 60 is greater, 30 is not greater. So the count of these salaries, count with this one is 1 అవునా కదా 1. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ పెట్టండి 1. you got the count as 1 అంటే the output retrieved by the inner query. What is the output retrieved by the inner query? It is just retrieving the count based on this condition. And now what is the count here? 1. Is 1 matched with this 0? No, 1 is not matching with this 0. Okay, now next record is retrieved. Next record is retrieved. So next record means this 40, right? Okay, let me highlight. This 40 is retrieved. Now this column is again compared with this. I told you for each record retrieved by the outer query is compared with the inner query. Okay, just like exist not exist like example chusnattu. So now just compare this with 40. All these salaries only 60 and 50. Two records are greater than this one, so the count is 2. So the output retrieved by the inner query is 2. చెప్పాను కదా ఫస్ట్ outer query execute అవుద్ది, నెక్స్ట్ inner query again based on the inner query result outer query will display the records. Okay, so 0 వచ్చింది but count ఎంత వచ్చింది this time 2 వచ్చింది, so it's not going to satisfy, so it will not display. So just like exist and not exist operator, when it is true only it will display the output, otherwise not. Now the turn is 60. Is there any salary which is greater than 60? No, the count is 0. Okay, so this time the count is 0. Yes, this time it is satisfying where 0 equals 2. Therefore now it will display that particular record. So 60 ఈ రికార్డ్ అంతా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుందండి, డిస్ప్లే అవుద్ది. అర్థమైందా? సో దిస్ ఈజ్ విత్ హైయెస్ట్ శాలరీ. n-1 అంటే ఫస్ట్ హైయెస్ట్ శాలరీ అయితే 1 - 1 0, సెకండ్ హైయెస్ట్ శాలరీ అయితే 1 వస్తుంది. అప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఏంటి 1 అవర్కి వచ్చింది కౌంట్, ఇక 50 కదా కౌంట్ 1 వచ్చింది, ఓన్లీ 1 శాలరీ ఇస్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ దట్. సో 50 డిస్ప్లే అవుతుంది. ఎంతమందికి అర్థమైంది ఈ అప్రోచ్? నిన్న విన్నారు, ఈరోజు విన్నారు. 2 times విన్న వాళ్ళకి అర్థం అవుతుందండి, 1 time విన్న వాళ్ళకి అర్థం కాదు. ఓకే, సో ఇది సబ్ క్వెరీస్ అంత ఈజీ కాదు. I suggest you to watch twice. Okay, fine. So that's it. We are done with sub queries. We shall see during any assignments. ఏమైనా ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ వస్తే హోంవర్క్స్ వస్తే చూద్దాం ఆన్లైన్లో తీసి. రైట్, బాయ్.